Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Welcome back to GEEXX Plays. And I'm finally getting around to doing a review of Diablo IV Lord of Hatred, the new DLC. It came out at this point, I think it's almost 3 weeks now. But I wanted to wait until I'd beaten the campaign before I had done a review. And I have beaten the shield. The shield is, I just got this, so okay. I think it's kind of cool. So, as I said, I wanted to make sure I beat the campaign, and I beat the whole campaign. Like, I started with the base campaign, the base game, played the Vessel of Hatred campaign, and then moved on to Lord of Hatred. So, that took me a few days. So, in my review, I'm going to go over a couple things. First things first, I'm going to go over the story. And just going to give you a little brief look at the Isle of Scovos. And so, in talking about the game itself, visually, it is gorgeous. It is stunning, in my opinion. When I came on the Isles, I mean, it's a little more bright and like cheery, I guess you could say. I mean, you got roots and stuff floating around, but let's get out in the countryside. Okay, you've got some corrupted stuff here. So let's get up on my horsey. Obviously, some bad guys are here, but it's just this beautiful autumnal, almost Greek countryside here. You know, minus the evil monsters that are trying to kill you. Are there any peaceful areas I can just walk around in without getting attacked? Probably not. But have I talked? There are some statues to interact with. But I was just walking around this game, just enthralled with the design and with the visuals and the background. I was just amazed at how good everything looked. And I realized that it's not really much of an improvement over the base game. I think there's just some minor graphic tweaks. All right, go away. I'm outside. Come on. All right. Obviously, you start off here. You start off in the Isle. You wander through to Themis, through to Athalua, to Atanos, to I am getting killed here, and I shouldn't be doing this because I'm playing hardcore. But, you know, it is what it is. The story has you, of course, following Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, as he lies and connives his way into the island's Amazons' leadership and corrupts them against you. You reunite with some old friends. And just, man, look at this city. And the story itself is just so well written. Just miles and miles above the first DLC, the first expansion, Vessel of Hatred. This story is much tighter, has fewer loopholes. It makes complete sense. Yeah, there's Philios. Here is Celestia. Skartara. As you can see, I haven't even gone there. Man. Yeah, I really need to explore some more, just for the sake of exploring it. Let's see what I can tell about the story. Yeah, that's the basics of it. You know, you're chasing Mephisto, trying to find out what he's trying to do, trying to stop him from doing whatever he's going to do. He corrupts. You know, he is. You know, he is pretending to be the prophet, or was Akarat a prophet? He has taken the guise of Akarat, and he is using his demonic powers, and some of the demonic powers, some of the holy powers he's taken, is using Akarat's body as a vessel to perform miracles, to sway the common people into believing him, and sway the leadership of the Amazons into following him. And so you're kind of working against the people and the Amazon leaders to try and like say, no, this guy's not really good. He's evil. He's Mephisto, and he like performs miracles and says, "Ah, you're just misunderstood. You're just corrupted by Mephisto's hatred." So you have all that going on, but man, the story was so good. I was just pumped. I have not been this excited to play a game in a long time. I was just so pumped to play. Once the storyline started, I was just gripped me by the seat of my pants and just hauled me in. I was also excited to be playing the new Paladin class. Because I am playing hardcore, my skills are geared more towards defense. I'm using defense aura. Shield chargers gives me extra armor, a healing consecration that heals me, and this which prevents me from damage. So I've kind of like a hybrid build, focused more on defense and healing than on actual damage. So I'm very tanky, but don't do jack for damage. I haven't done that yet. So that is what I've been doing. Obviously, I have been playing some of the end game stuff just to experiment. So now that I have gushed in awe over the graphics and how awesome the story is, let me talk about some of the gameplay mechanics. I have only played my Paladin. I do have a second Paladin I was playing, trying out a different build. My other Paladin was trying out, going as best I could, a pure Zealot build, using Zealot skills only as much as possible. The Zealot aura, rally. There's no Zealot skills here. I think I picked Spear of Heavens, but and the Zealot ultimate. And even though I don't do a lot of damage, the Paladin class from the two builds I've tried is very, very strong. I don't know if it's overpowered or not, but I either do a ton of damage or I'm almost unkillable. I really had to get to like the harder difficulty levels to even start taking damage at all. I had to even feel like my life was in danger in hardcore. They have made some changes to crafting. For example, you can now craft just generic magic and generic rare armor.
You know where to find me.
They have added the Heraldric Cube back in, where you can add affixes to gear, change at random affixes, rerolls, remove affix, transfigure item, unique power reroll, and then you can do it 3-in-1. Like if you have the same 3 item, just go in here and just transmute. It'll give you a brand new one. Ooh, that's not bad actually. You can recycle uniques. What does this do? Oh yeah, take 3 of the same unique, and it will give you a different unique. You can upgrade. You can take common equipment and turn them into uniques. Upgrade common items to rare items to legendary, although you need the gear for it. You can reroll set charms. There are unique charms? I did not know that. It's an amalgamation. Transmute several of the same item to upgrade it. Interesting. You can craft runes. Cool. I did not know that either. I haven't really looked at this. So this is here. As you can see, they have Talismans now. These have been added into. There are some set talismans. I have gotten this one. I have 2 of this set. Give me increased attack speed and movement speed. I have 2 of this one. I have damage reduction, which, as I said, I am in playing in hardcore. I need the damage reduction more than anything else. And I think, yeah, I have this. I have a 2 set bonus for this one. Extra armor, extra all resistances. So I have basically 3 set bonuses going on. This is a cool addition. But so far, there's nothing really unique here. These are just stat bonuses. So like nothing so far that changes the way my skills work, that gives me new skills. Like some of the legendaries that used to give you, like the legendary for druids that turned your wolves into werewolves. That was cool. But nothing like that as far as I've seen. But I'm only just starting to get into the end game. I'm only at Torment 1. So this is the only 5 talisman set that I have. Yeah, and this doesn't really, again, this 5 set, it's the only 5 set I have. So I have yet to see anything unusual. You also like you start off, when you start off, you've only got 3 charm slots unlocked. And then you get 4 charm slots unlocked, and then 5, and then I think this is the only one I have that does 6. Yeah, this one has 6 charm slots. And there's like there's a way to tell, like fur of Dark Pact, fur of Technique, Malar of Technique, Malar of Slaughter, Phoba of Slaughter. So you've got 3 different types of runes that you go in here. These are just generic runes. You have common runes, or magic runes, and rare magic charms and rare charms. The only thing new in socketables is that there is an extra level of the sockets up to Royal. There are others, but I just haven't seen them yet. There are some new uniques. Some of them are really cool. As you can see, I'm wearing one of them. Actually, I'm wearing 2 of the uniques. Unleashing Hatred, yeah, doing some bonus damage. And then they have completely reworked the skill trees. They have got rid of a lot of the passives. Well, a lot of the passives that had like you dumping points into them. These are now just single choice passives. But look, these are also level locked. So like, I couldn't get, like I think these were like level 30. I'm not sure exactly what level they start off at. But these are all level locked. Like I couldn't just get 12 a dozen points and just climb my way down the tree. I couldn't put points into these passives until I gotten the right level. So your skill tree is now level locked. And I have noticed that if you remember me mentioning that, you know, your legendary affix or legendary powers got you some cool additional effects that change the way your skill works. Well, now they're on here. Now they're your ultimate skill tree passive. Like Holy Bolt ricochets 3 times. Blessed Hammer is a disciple skill, and hammers follow you around instead of just circling where you cast them. You know, that's all this. Defiance Aura also heals you. You know, Defiance Aura grants thorns to you and your allies. You know, all the additional stuff that used to be only on affixes is now on your top tier of your skill tree passives. So, I'm not sure how I feel about that. It doesn't really change much. It does mean that your legendary powers aren't as important because you could just dump a skill point into them, or you could use them if you happen to have a legendary affix. You can then put this somewhere else. So I think this is. It's not really. It doesn't really change much. It doesn't change as much as people say it does. It's cool, and I really think they should have done this to start with. There's also no ultimate passive like there used to be initially. There's just your ultimate skill and some cool stuff to go along with it. And this is cool stuff. Not gonna say it's wrong. This is really cool stuff, and these
Welcome to
top
my
tier
home.
passives are cool. But previously they were on legendary gear, and now there's kind of no need for it. The same thing holds true, like if I'm going into like tempering, if I'm going to temper bonuses to my gear, there really isn't any point for me doing any of this stuff. Not really. I mean, I've added my Defiance aura to this one, but really, I just do armor. I just do health, armor, and damage. That's really all I need to do. All of my really cool stuff I get from my skill tree. And I've noticed that there's not as much different stuff here either. Whereas, resolve stacks. Okay, that's different. Block chances, armor in arbiter form. There is some skill related stuff in here, but not as it doesn't feel as impactful and important as it used to be. Also, like with the with him being able to forge equipment, I really realize you can't forge legendaries. There's really not much need to spend my obols, my little obols down here. I have spent almost none of my obols at my purveyor. I haven't spent them here unless I had to. Like there was there was one of these that says spend money, buy a certain number of things from the Purveyor of Curiosities to get the reward. So I did that, but that's really the only time I spent money. Obols are kind of useless now. The only thing I use them for is for keys to open chests. Oh, another change. You don't have to buy keys anymore. You just go to a lock, like if you're out in the world and you come across a locked chest anywhere in the world, you just open it and you just spend your keys to open it. You don't have to carry a key around. I'm not sure I like that change. Then, of course, there is the end game thing. War plans. This is my current war plan. Essentially, you carve a path out on which skills you want to do. And it has some cool features. Because you can also, you level up your path. Like I have my Tree Whispers path. I get a point so I can change what happens when I do the thing. Like Tree offers a 4th Whispers cache. I get more experience orbs. I can get greater quality or junk. Collection mysteries. Core chaos. I think I do want to get down this way. But do I want... experience is kind of useless, but see, I maximum 7 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And all your little, like this, after completing a nightmare dungeon, I get a nightmare chest that will spawn additional rewards. It's basically a way to get additional rewards, and some of these make them more challenging or harder. So that's kind of cool. Although it seems like they borrowed that from Last Epoch or Path of Exile. This is very similar to Path of Exile's maps system and Last Epoch's end game system. Anything else changed? End game ways? Not really. That's kind of the only changes to end game. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Previously, if you kind of had to do all the different endgame content to try and maximize your potential. There is potentially another island here. Another continent. There could be another expansion. Because this doesn't look like anything. This is just grayed out. This has a coastline. Interesting. I just noticed that. So, based on the storyline that we've just had, there's no need for an expansion. The storyline is complete. Diablo IV, Diablo IV Vessel of Hatred, Diablo IV Lord of Hatred. Story is complete. No need for anything else. But the map goes all the way over this way, and this looks like there's a spot. There might be an expansion coming up, another one. Although they didn't, initially they only planned 2 expansions. Who knows? Who knows? What else I got going on here? So, if you can tell, I'm not really thrilled about the endgame activities. I'm really only doing them to get some of the season rewards. I'm interested in seeing if I can get this season reward, this pet. Don't know if I can or not, but you know, I'm not one of those people who like goes gaga over mindlessly grinding content for no reason. I have a goal, this dude here. Once I get that dude, I have absolutely no need to get anything else. There's nothing else here that interests me whatsoever. There's no other rewards that mean anything to me. I don't care about the Gilded Season rank laurel. I don't care about that's reward. Don't care about this reward. And even this stuff. To me, it's just getting better stats so you can do harder content to get better stats. It's fine. I know other people love this stuff, and that's no problem. I'm not condemning them or criticizing them. It just does nothing for me. It's not the reason that I play. I would rather start a new character at level 1 and just experiment with builds that way. I know I could respec. Respecking doesn't interest me. I'd rather start a new character because that's how I enjoy playing. And that's me. And again, not trying to harp on any other people's enjoyment of how they play. I just do it my way. So for me, this endgame stuff is okay. This does make it easier for me to bounce around to the other types of content. Instead of having, I can more easily bounce between the pit, Helltide Harvests, Caress Undercity, pit, Infernal Hordes. This makes it really easy to jump around and do the things I not necessarily want to do, but do the things I need to do to complete my seasonal content that I need to complete to get this done. But beyond that, I didn't do much of the endgame content previously. Again, only enough to get the cosmetic rewards I wanted. That was the only reason I played endgame content. I have never done any of the Uber bosses, especially because I play hardcore. So, to keep it simple, I loved the Isles of Scovos. I think they are gorgeously done. I loved the story. I love the Paladin class. I think it's really exciting to play. I think there's some great skills here. All the other new stuff that everyone's going gaga over, the maps, the skill tree changes, they're kind of, to me, they're okay, but to me, it seems more like it's just kind of like they've just kind of shuffled things around and not really like, it's not like a huge, it's a small change to me. It's like the maps is the war plans table is okay. It's a decent change, but not for me life altering. Some of the other stuff, I'm not thrilled with some of the changes they've made to crafting. The fact that it basically made obols practically useless and have no reason to acquire. I do really like the new talisman system, but it's just stat numbers. This doesn't really change the way I play. It just gives me more attack speed, movement speed, defense, maybe a couple extra skill points to toss around. It's just it's just an additional stat bonus. It's a cool stat bonus, and I am enjoying it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change. It doesn't alter gameplay at all. If it gave me new skills or changed the way my skills functioned, then it would be awesome. As it is, it's just kind of cool. If I had to, story and gameplay, story and class design, definitely A+ material. Gameplay mechanics and endgame, like a B. So, would I recommend? I would recommend it because I love the story, and I love the new classes. Although I haven't tried the warlock yet. I love the paladin. I love the story. I love the story. To me, the story was worth the price of admission alone. The other stuff is just added bonuses on top of the cake. It's extra icing on the cake. And yeah, that's my shitty review of Diablo 4. As always, thanks for watching. As always, my stuff is crap. And until next time, good hunting. Oh, wait. One more thing. I did my only bit of self-promotion, the stuff I rarely do, I'm going to self-promote the fact that I did live stream the full campaign with this paladin. It's in my live videos. If you have any interest in it, which I doubt you will, I did live stream this. I am going to do some other live streaming content. I am just unprepared for it, so I'm taking a break for a little while. So again, thanks for watching. My stuff is crap. Good hunting.